Up, it's Diablo time, baby.
Oh no, I'm scared.
Oh no, we've already beaten him a couple times.
In this game?
Um, Not in this game. What is this?
Oh,
This
okay.
is On the Stick After Dark. I'm Eric. I'm here with Kurt,
I'm here.
Mike,
I'm afraid of the devil.
and Alex.
Hello. I have grapes and I'm eating them.
Congratulations
shit.
on those grapes.
Don't be
Thank
there.
Tonight we're gonna play a little of this Diablo 4. What everybody is very excited about.
Right, certainly. Wow. I can't believe they made another one.
Oh no.
My favorite part is the sword. You know, the one.
That one
Yep.
sword.
The famous
Guys.
Diablo sword. The
Oh. It's like you
Diablo
find
hunter?
it. It's like it's
Uh-huh.
on the ground and you like pick it up and
Yeah.
it's like incrementally better.
Mm-hmm. And then you.
Oh,
equip
you
it,
mean the green sword?
And then you kill
Yeah.
some guys, and then you find another sword that's a little better, and so you equip that one.
It's the
The piquant sword of the horned owl.
The fuck
For
did you
example.
just call me? You say that to my face?
You heard me.
So
How-
yeah, I mean this is the famous. I mean the originator of the Pinata Monsters genre.
I was gonna say loot pinatas are back, baby. And they're bags of meteor than hell.
No more fucking rainbows either. God damn it!
Yeah, that's a
Thank
thing
God,
that
thank God we got rid of all that bullshit.
yeah.
I don't know. This is one of those games. It's exactly what you would expect it to be. So yeah, that's it for tonight. We'll be back next week with
All right,
some
bye.
nonsense.
You sure are diabling.
Yeah.
Go find.
I'm
Health
liking
spawn or
this.
something.
I'm liking this a lot, actually. I think that it has had a much better launch than Diablo 3 did. Despite the fact that there is an in-game shop and eventually there's going to be a battle pass, and you can buy like cosmetics for your characters that cost a ridiculous amount of money.
Ooh.
This is 2,500 platinum, which I believe is $25.
Ugh.
Uh huh. Yeah.
Well,
get-
for the hat?
Yep. Well, it's not just the hat; it's like the whole armor set.
Okay. I don't understand where these get these numbers from. Like, I guess it makes business
They
sense for
do
them.
they do a lot of math.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, it takes like probably almost no work to model this stuff, and then they can sell it for $25 apparently.
It's more the price that I'm questioning. I'm not saying it's no work. It's probably
I mean, like the super duper premium skins in Apex are $20 usually.
I don't
15,
think that
20
makes sense
bucks.
either.
I know. Same thing. Fortnite. That's kind of like the industry standard for all that stuff.
Like in League of Legends it used to be like $20, $25, $30 for like the premium ones. I know that granted that was like a decade ago that I played that game.
Didn't
but
that come with like a whole like reskin of the whole game? Or like it
yeah,
was,
they
like, the
redid it
interface?
recently or something.
Well, I mean,
no,
that,
was
that
Dota.
game
That was
game
Dota.
is a reskin of Dota, which is a reskin of Warcraft. It's just like a.
Let's
copy
not worry
of a
about that.
copy.
My point is free-to-play games often have like $20, $30 cosmetic stuff. Now, Diablo's not free-to-play. But
Diablo is, but you also get the whole game and everything. You're just buying skins for characters.
I don't know. It's just hard for me to wrap my brain around. That's just not the sum of money that I'd pay on a costume.
I'm gonna
Pay
equip this
$8 for 4
reposting
stars.
bone
So
stat.
I've spent probably, I don't know, $70 or $80 on Apex skins and various things, but I've also played like $300 of that game and it was free. And so there's just like a point where it's like, well, like I'm happy to spend a normal video game amount of money on a game that I played a whole bunch. And we'll
Yeah, I think that's
probably
fair.
go back to, like that makes sense to me. But yeah, in a game like this where I had to spend $70 to get in on the ground floor, it's quite a bit less appealing. Especially because I found, generally speaking, the armor, like right now, like I don't have a set of armor, but most of the armor looks pretty good. And instead of just selling stuff in this game, you can take it to an armor and have it and like break it down. And when you break it down, you can like use that as a cosmetic overlay on your current armor, so you can kind of look like however you want.
You can put armors on your armors.
Well, you can kind of glamour any armor that you want for free, which is, I think, a cool thing. I think I like this game, the way this game does its. Check out this big snake, by the way. Look at that. And then I can fire some little fire snakes.
It's a cool fire snake.
Yeah. But I like this. So in Diablo 3, they went to a system where you could kind of like change skills on the fly for free. And in this game, you can respec for a moderate amount of gold, or you can just like refund the ranks in each skill that you put in, so you can kind of respec whenever you want, but you are like, there's more decisions to make in how you like build a character, or even like which parts of the branch of the skill tree. Like, I don't even have any points in this branch because none of those skills seem that useful to me right off the bat, and I was trying to like pump up some of my more basic skills.
So like a friend of mine is playing Necromancer, and he was telling me that, like, I don't know exactly how it works, but like there's different summons for Necromancer, but you can also like have it so you don't use those, it like locks you out of those summons forever.
Right.
But you get like a bunch of passive buffs, so like it's like you can just be like, I'm only going to use like 2, but I'm going to get like all the perma buffs from the other like 3 or whatever. And like the way he was describing, I don't know all the details, but he was describing it, and I was like, that sounds really cool. Like, it sounds like they really like thought that through.
It gives it a way more, like I said, there's way more options than there was in Diablo 3. There's like a lot more build variety than there was in that game. But it also gives you a certain amount of complexity without making it being as complicated as it is in a game like Grim Dawn or whatever, or like what's the free one?
Exile.
Path of Exile. Yeah, I mean that game
skill tree is fucking insane.
Right.
And they do the seasons thing, and it resets.
And you kind of can't play those games without a little bit of a guide, because like the constellation system.
Too much.
Yeah, it's like too much stuff. I think like this game, you could play the game on normal difficulty and just kind of build however you want, and you'll probably
that's pretty standard for Diablo.
And it also has like a World Tier 1 and World Tier 2, and so World Tier 1 is like easy and World Tier 2 is like hard, and I've been playing it on World Tier 2, and I was just like, I'm just gonna pick all the fire skills for the sorcerer, and it seems to be pretty viable so far. So
yeah, what my friend was saying he was doing is like trying to build a no summon Necromancer and just trying to get to the skill trees to like do that. And it's like just the idea that you can even do that is pretty cool.
You could do that in Diablo 2. Like, there was a viable corpse explosion like bone splinter build in Diablo 2.
Oh sure, yeah.
And I think corpse explosion, and there is some kind of, I haven't played Necromancer except in like a little bit in the beta thing, but you can probably do something similar to that in this game.
I'm sure. It's a cool idea. And
but also,
I like that
there's aside from all your regular skills, there's also this thing called legendary aspects that are like that do like huge buffs to your skills, and one of those is just like, now you have double the amount of skeletons that you had before.
Skeletons.
Yeah, double skeletons. I don't know where Anthony is, but he'd be very excited about
2 for Tuesday on skeletons.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
That's better than Boko.
And so like I found one for my sorceress, but it is it's one for an ice spell that I'm not using. Although I could, I guess.
I feel like D3 had something like that. I think it might have been tied to gear. I don't know. It's been too long. But
I don't know. I don't remember. I played through that game when it first came out, and it was quite a bit different like later. So
yeah, I might also be thinking of Borderlands. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, Borderlands also had something like that. Like it's like a thing
it's been in a bunch of games.
The skill tree in this game reminds me a lot of the one in Borderlands. It's more complicated than the Borderlands one, but the way you like spec into and out of stuff is similar to that, which is good. I don't like the skills in Borderlands 2 or 3 all that much, but I feel like those games like the way that you build your characters is quite fun, and the way that you can like change it up whenever you want is really good. But yeah, I just got my ult is that giant fire snake, and I just got that a little earlier tonight, so I'm pretty excited about that.
Pretty sick ult.
Yeah, it is pretty good. And then I would say the other thing is that all of the world scales with you all the time.
Oh, okay.
And so, so there's like this Kyovashad is like your hub world, and then you kind of like branch out from there, and they just straight up give you like all 3 major act quests. Where's the thing here? So you can see I have Act 1, Act 2, and Act 3 quests that are all scaled to my level right off the bat. And I could just go do that, I guess. I don't know. Like, you can see how like the map is kind of huge. And so there are areas in the map that we'll say like level 47 or something. Like level 35, 40, 38, 37. So like those areas I probably shouldn't go to yet, but like most of the areas where all these quests are all scaled to me already. So you have more flexibility in this game than you did in the other Diablo games as far as, you know, where you're gonna go, how you, like what quests you're gonna do in what order, and then as you're going you kind of like pick up a lot of side quests and stuff. But yeah, I don't know, I like it so far. I like the I've showed off this higher level character. I might go back to the beginning and
I was playing through the intro so that if you wanted we could play some together if you had a character.
I have
I'd just gotten
low-level
to the chapel.
characters, and I have I was just gonna show I wanted to show the character creator, which I think is pretty good.
Character creator is good, yeah.
Yeah. It's not super duper flexible, but there's some cool stuff there. But anyways, I mean, it's a Diablo game. There really isn't, unless you're gonna get into unless you're gonna get into really specific character builds and things. There's not that much that has changed. I will say that when they put out the console versions of Diablo 3, they put in like a dodge button, and that's back, and it's still on a cooldown. And I like that one simple addition really changes things a lot. And the way that
I always wanted to check out the console version of Diablo 3 after I heard they did that kind of stuff.
I think the PC version also has that if you play with the controller. I know that the Switch version, which I got for like $20 and played through like half of, it's on there. That's a pretty good way to play that game as well. But I don't know. I didn't hate Diablo 3 as much out the gate as everybody else did, just because
Me neither.
I never felt like compelled to engage with a real money auction system. I think a lot of people thought that they were gonna like get rich selling Hordric cubes on the Diablo, or I don't know. But the loot table was definitely not balanced properly when that game first came out. But
all my homeboys love Hordric cubes.
when I finished
it.
You ain't real.
Stay a while and listen.
I gotta dupe these. What's the Amulet of Jordan or whatever? Was that the thing in Diablo 2? You always try to dupe them.
The amulet of Michael Jordan.
Yeah. These hot Jordans. Also, this
Stone
game has
of Jordan.
Diablo 2 style world events. Or not Diablo 2, Destiny 2 world events. Where it's just like you'll come upon there'll be like a person trapped under a cart or something, and they'll be like, "Save me!" And then you'll have to like defend the cart for 2 minutes, and there's just people, there's just other players are just like wander through your game occasionally, kind of like in Destiny, and so then they can join.
What was that Korean game? Lost Ark had that.
Yeah, but Destiny was like.
I mean, a bunch of games have stuff like that, but yeah. Anyway.
Destiny was the one I played a lot of.
Yeah, I mean, I played that game more than you, so.
Man, what the hell was, there was a, crap, I can't think of it now. There was kind of like a Diablo-esque game that came out on PC a long time ago that was not an MMO, but had some similar stuff like this that I can't think of right now. But
Titan Quest, there's a ton of those games.
No. It's not a. It isn't like a Diablo. It's like a mix of like a MMO and a Diablo style game.
I need time to prepare that.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I can't think of it right now.
I'm out of mana.
Get them, snakes.
I want to miss the snakes.
Oh shit, I died. Oh no, I'm gonna die. Ugh. Also, these world quests are quite a bit more difficult than
I need time to prepare that.
your average thing.
So are there other areas that are a bit more interesting to look at? I'm kind of surprised by how flat this place seems.
I mean, look, Mike, people were pissed off about the rainbows, all right? I mean,
Well,
it gets, like, there's like, I went into a sewer earlier.
Great. Way to sell it.
Is there anywhere cool? Well, there's like a dank pit.
Yeah, you want to go into like a sewer?
It's filled with shit.
Yeah, there's like this
Oh,
guy's.
you want something
there's
cool?
This guy's
You want to see the shit pile?
There's this guy's estate, which probably was a beautiful and verdant land at some point, but is now overrun by demons and
Now it's all fucked
now
up.
it's all burned up, fucked up. It does have a day-night cycle. So during the day, the destruction's a little bit brighter, I suppose. But I mean,
I need
You can really see how brown it is.
yeah, I don't. Supposedly, some of the late game areas get a little bit more weird and abstract. I just haven't gotten
I
there
cannot do
yet.
that here.
I don't think it's your fault.
No, I mean, listen,
I am.
they tried it, man. They put rainbows in the last one. People got mad, so I don't know what you want.
Here we go. I'm looking at skill trees. I'm like, I don't know, man. There's a druid and they can't shapeshift, and I'm like, I found
They
it.
can shapeshift into two different things.
Yeah, you
I
can be
found it. It's
wolf
further
or a
down the
bear.
tree.
A
You
wolf
gotta-
or a bear.
Everybody's
I'm
gotta
doing.
relax.
I'm
And
doing.
then you
Okay.
can summon one of those also to hang out with you.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, well, they have pets. Why can't they like turn into shit? And I'm like, oh, okay, it's the next thing
Yeah.
down.
But I do kind of like the. I kind of like the.
That's
so
what I'm
all
playing.
the characters
That's how I
have
know.
different body types.
Yeah.
You can see like the barbarians are like muscly, and the necromancers look like they were in like an '80s new wave band. Sorcerers are hot. Rogues are small, and then the druids are big chunky boys. And then they have like a pretty good selection of like skin tones and hairstyles and stuff. But you can like, it's pretty easy to make a cool looking dude. But I don't know. It's, what are you playing as, Kurt? You're a druid.
Druid. Yeah.
See, here's Axophone, because she was a musician before she had to fight demons. I don't know. And I had started this rogue as well, named Spanghu.
Nice.
Oh, Spanghu's back.
Spanghu's back in Pog form.
Not in
In the chat, Ryan Swayze says, "What's up? Hello."
Yo, what's up?
Hello, Ryan.
And also asks if we're excited for the Flash, which I can confidently say.
Didn't
I don't
you
think
ask that
many of-
last week?
I think somebody
Thanks.
else asked us that last week. But,
Somebody did.
but no,
Well-
because of Miller, he's a terrible person.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I don't know.
Hey, it's me. I see me on your friends list.
Hey, I could
Let's
probably
talk about me some more.
I could probably look up the last time you were on the Blizzard thing.
It's whenever they took Diablo 2 off of it.
You've been
next
offline
day.
for 2 years. Anthony's been off for 4 years. Mike for 4 years. Yeah, well, Kurt's on now, but his was like 2 years, I think.
Wow, it's been
Yeah.
4 years since I played
Since you logged in.
Overwatch.
Yeah, that was 2019. That game is old now, man.
Yeah.
I sent Kurt a request to join party.
Spanghu has requested to join your party. How do I? So no, that's this. He may join.
Transfer now.
I think I did it.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. That's Diablo, you know. What have you guys been up to?
Can't do that here.
Getting in fights,
Also, the way the rogue,
streets.
Just in the street.
the way the rogue dodges is cool. He does like a little,
Oh, that is
little
cool.
flip thing. Yeah.
Skeleton corpse axe. Uh-huh. And that's an actual mob, not a item.
I would probably get this game and play it, even though it came out on the literal same day as Street Fighter.
Mm-hmm.
But Final Fantasy comes out in like 2
you got
weeks or
Final
something.
Fantasy stuff, right?
Yeah, and there's stuff in 14, which obviously I'm caught up in.
How's
But
Street
then-
Fighting?
It's good. It's really good. It's really, really good. I don't really have much else to say beyond that. Like,
My understanding
it's
is
really
that it's good.
My understanding
Yeah,
is that you
it's-
like it.
Yeah, I do. The online works really well. All the characters are really fun. There's tons of cool shit. The systems are really well thought out. Like, it's really good. It's just there's nothing else to say really. It's like if you like fighting games, you'll probably like it. The whole thing with that game is they're like, oh, we put in this big single player RPG and like you can play it and it eases you into what fighting games are if you're not. And it's like, yeah, I get it, but like this sucks because like you start off as like you don't have Drive Impact or Drive Rush, which are like the new systems in the game. You have like a tiny health bar. You only have 2 special moves, and like the whole thing is like you can customize your character. And it has a crazy good character generator. But I don't give a shit about that sort of thing. So it's like, yeah, whatever. And it's like, and you can eventually mix and match special moves from different people. It's like, yeah, but like I have to unlock all that. So in the meantime, I gotta play as this like shitty version of a guy who I don't like. And it's like,
That sounds like
I
fun.
unlocked like Chun-Li's stuff, but I don't really play as Chun-Li either. So it's like I could be this guy who I don't like, or Chun-Li who I also don't like. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's not great to me. I played like an hour of it, and I was like, eh. But so that's a downside to it. But also, it's like that's not what I'm there for anyway. Other people may care, but.
Am I out of points? I think I'm out of points.
I can't do that here.
All right, what are we doing, Kurt?
Greetings.
Oh, that's right. There's a. This has emotes. This has emotes, Alex.
Oh, I missed it.
They're not
Good.
too elaborate.
Yeah, they're
Just
not at all. And that's he's got fucking noodle backpack, and you're telling me it's not too elaborate? Come on. When you use the emotes, does a little voice go like, "Help me,"
I'm
not like that, no. But
It
or
doesn't-
like "You're beautiful"? Answer carefully because this will determine whether I buy this game.
Yes.
Okay, I will get this game. And if I find out you're lying, I'll refund this game. Can you do refunds on Blizzard? I feel like they probably wouldn't do that.
What do you think, man?
Yeah, that's yeah.
You think Activision's gonna give you your fucking money back?
They will, but they'll come to your house and break your fucking legs afterwards. Hey, you want your money back? I got your money right here.
Yeah. Well, there's a taunt one. Let's put that on there. Let's see what that does.
On.
Aid would be welcome.
You can't say aid would be welcome. Like that. That's fun.
I apologize.
Okay, that's good. I apologize.
Poison?
This game's nowhere near as good as that game. I can tell you that.
Boy, it's
Kurt,
done.
you're big.
damn.
Kurt's a druid.
Right.
A druid S. Ooh, look at that.
See my bear?
That's a cool bear.
Oh, you're a bear. It's not that you have a cool bear. It's
I
you
am
are
a bear.
Yeah.
I think you can also have a bear.
Like a bear man, though.
Yeah.
I want to just be a regular bear.
So you just like turn. Is that your basic attack? Is you turn into the bear?
That's yeah, effectively.
That's cool.
It can be.
Well, see, that's one of the so the very first thing on the ability tree is your basic attack.
Right.
So every class has like 5 different basic attacks to pick from.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah, I was looking at the skill tree. But I didn't see the bear till further down, maybe. But it would probably make more sense if I was looking at it in game. But
Well, this is pretty cool. I like this arrow flurry thing. It's pretty good.
Where did we?
I mean, I would probably just be a wizard because I'm usually a wizard in Diablo style games.
I mean,
but,
did you see that
like,
big fuck off fire snake I was summoning?
I actually
earlier?
didn't because I was like
Oh.
watching something on a different. I was watching a Street
Well, let
Fighter
me tell you.
stream, but I heard about it.
It's pretty cool.
Sort of expected there to be more down here.
I would probably do lightning stuff though.
Lightning.
I also can do lightning stuff.
Do you like lightning that bounces between enemies and hits lots of
I
enemies?
sure do.
Well,
do.
That is
tell
My
you.
favorite kind
jam.
of lightning.
I like either that or like ice stuff, and I know there's ice stuff in this game because of course there would
Yeah,
be.
there's good ice stuff
But-
too. I messed around with ice stuff.
Chest
Stuff
here.
that where like because fire. I'm sure fire does like damage over time, but it's
Yep.
like nah. I want to like crowd control. I want to stun guys and freeze
Well,
guys.
that's the big fuck off
Those
snake.
things.
The big snake is like a big snake whirlwind thing, and so like its upgraded
okay.
version sucks guys into the middle of it like a Zarya alt.
Okay, you kind of undersold the big snake thing. I know you said it was cool, but you didn't tell me it was a snake whirlwind.
It
A
is.
fire snake is like
It's,
is
imagine
like, okay, yeah,
imagine
sure.
like a 100-foot boa constrictor that's made out of fire that whirls around in the center of the screen and then sucks enemies into it.
Yeah, okay, that's.
And then you
pretty
can also summon like 4 little snakes that poke their heads up and shoot fireballs
Snakes?
at guys. No,
Are they
it's not
cute
Snake
like garden
Man.
snakes?
Yeah, I wish. That wouldn't be a fire snake. That would be just a regular snake.
Spiders, of course.
Could be
Oh,
a
yeah.
water snake. You could shoot with it, spit water.
I mean,
at you.
you got to be ready for that in this kind
Oh
of
yeah,
game.
that's why
you
I
know
said,
what
of course.
Yeah, okay. I'm just saying, like, you can't be mad at
Spider
Diablo.
host. That's the... No, I'm not saying I'm mad.
Yeah,
I'm
okay,
just
yeah.
noting it's there.
And that I hate it.
Die, spider.
I can already tell that this rapid shot thing is probably not a high level rogue
No.
skill, but it's fucking. I like it. I like shooting lots of arrows and then getting because they have like a certain amount of chance to ricochet.
Oh boy, an infected corpse.
Ooh.
You know there's good loot inside one of those.
Poison trap, smoke grenade, dark shroud. Oh no, it's a bear. Imbue your weapon with lethal poison. Imbue your weapon with festering shadows. Imbue your weapons with frigid energies.
Mm-hmm.
Shadow cologne. It's the Ninja Gaiden skill. Rain of arrows. Oh man.
That seems like something I would buy immediately.
Well, that's just because you like playing as the archer and Risk of
Yeah.
Rain.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Suck it, spider.
yeah, fuck you, Spider.
You're almost dead.
No.
Okay, now you're fine. Well, where I was on the stream.
Yeah.
Also, I think this game is better with a controller.
Why would you say that?
That's shocking for you to say.
I think it is. I think with
You're
the
lying.
dodge
I mean,
button.
think
I'm
I'm playing with the controller, but that's because
well,
that's how I
especially
roll.
playing as a sorcerer and
Yeah.
this archer is kind of nice because then it just turns into kind of like a fun twin stick shootery thing.
Yeah.
It was always weird to play Diablo with a mouse and keyboard. Walk around
I mean, I
clicking
don't
on
think
guys
that's
to swing a sword at
true.
them.
I don't think that's true, but I think that this kind of genre game does lend itself to controller well.
Yeah,
That's how I
the
would
Baldur's
phrase that.
Gate, Dark Alliance, and all that stuff. Those are, it's good. Anyway, I don't. What have you been up to, Mike? Anything fun?
Yeah, I've been playing a whole bunch of great Ace Attorney.
Ooh,
It's been very fun.
how you coming on that?
Well, we just started the second half now. So I've been playing it with Vio, and it's been really fun because it's the first time that she's kind of gotten to see an Ace Attorney game at all, and she's just loving it so much. I'm just trying to explain to her, it's like they've always been good. Like maybe not quite this good, but they've always been good. We've always loved these characters. And it's nice to play it with someone because then when you get to like the slower bits, it kind of helps you to power through a bit, you know. You know, the investigations are what they are, and every once in a while you get a puzzle where you're just like, God damn it, I know exactly what I need to tell you here, and I don't know like which combination of buttons to click is gonna make you say the thing. That's always frustrating.
That's classic Ace Attorney.
It is, but overall, yeah, it's been really good. The writing's great. The art is fantastic, and the art and music in these two. And like the presentation overall is just the best it's ever been, I think, in the series, and it kind of makes me wish that they'd go back and like remake the original trilogy using this engine,
and then put Herlock Sholmes into them.
Maybe as like a side story, like in the, like how Resident Evil games have an Ada Wong quest, you could have a Herlock Sholmes quest in modern.
Even necessarily need to be like a playable or interactable character. I just want him to just be in the background of random scenes in video games, like he does in that game.
Disguised or just. He is a delightful detective himbo.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Very much
berries.
Enjoying that so far.
It slows. I will say it slows down a lot in the first couple of chapters of the second.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, the first case is kind of interesting, and then the second one I thought was kind of slow, but it picks back up again once you get towards the end.
We're currently stuck in the first case of the second game. Like, it's the first case. We're not supposed to be stuck. Supposed to be easy, this one.
I know, but I loved the way that the last case of the first one wrapped up. I loved the Mario Brother guys.
Yes. Oh, those guys were so good.
Yeah, they were really. I thought I really enjoyed those guys.
Amazing animations.
Yeah.
Some really good writing in there.
Yep.
And some kick-ass music too.
Yes.
The music that plays when you do the dance of deduction is very fun.
Yes. That's fun. It's a fun, weird thing.
Weird stuff's good.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I've been getting reacquainted with Dead Cells and playing a bit of the Castlevania expansion and just kind of marveling at how much stuff has again been added to that game. Like, I think I've already found like 4 or 5 biomes that I'd never been to before. I bought all the expansions at some point. They're really cheap, the expansions, so I've just been kind of buying them as like a tip to the developers. And this is literally the first time I'm playing any of them, and there's a lot of stuff in there.
There's now like
dozens of outfits for your character and like tons of new weapons from all the different indie games. And yeah, the Castlevania stuff has been interesting so far, but it's a little weird because it's like you have to do a Castlevania quest and then like you can't continue that until you start a new run, I think.
Huh, that's
like
weird.
I
that
beat the
sounds
first,
like Dead Cells.
like I beat the first Castlevania boss, and then they're like, okay, cool. Well, next time you do a run, if you go to this area, you'll be able to continue. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that's what Joe was saying when he played it on stream that time.
Well, I know better than to listen to Joe.
I mean, fair.
Anyway, it's still a really good game. I'm kind of torn between, like, on the one hand, I have played like a lot of Dead Cells over the years. Like, I've got like 45 hours in that game, spread out over about 6 years, but still. So sometimes I'm kind of like, yeah, I've been there, done that. But at the other times, it's just like, but it plays so good, and just the controls are so great. And it just flows so well. So I don't know. I'm having a good time with it. I'm not blown away, but I was a little surprised. The first thing I did was I looked in the options, and they're like alternate soundtracks, Castlevania. I'm like, oh, cool. Like, these are Castlevania remixes of, by the Dead Cells team. And I put it on. It's like, no, this is literally just songs from Symphony of the Night and Rondo of Blood. It's like, hey,
really?
you just want to have those game soundtracks on while you play Dead Cells?
I thought they
you
were.
can.
I thought they were remixes. I didn't realize that it was just some of that.
They
music.
have remixes if you leave the regular soundtrack on, and those remixes play when you're in Castlevania areas. But they literally have an option to just replace all the music with basically what seems like the entirety of the Symphony and Rondo soundtracks. I'm not quite sure, but it feels wrong to play this game with that music, so I didn't stick with it.
Still, that Rondo soundtrack's pretty fucking good.
Yeah, goddamn it is, but it just makes me want to play Rondo, you know? Like, I know where to get my Rondo fix. Yeah, Rondo's probably my favorite soundtrack for Castlevania overall.
I like 3 the most, but Rondo's up there also.
I wish it wasn't true, but it is.
So that's what I've been doing. That and trying to shop for a used graphics card, because I've decided that the new series of graphics cards is gonna be kind of pissed off, because either you get a really good graphics card but you pay a fortune for it, or everything that's not super expensive is just like, why did you guys bother?
Yeah. It seems like the mid-end stuff is all very similar to the previous. I mean, I guess you get some of the. I don't know. You get don't you like you get like the DLSS 2 stuff and.
I guess, but like the 4060 Ti just came out, and it's benchmarking at the same level as the 3060 Ti. It's like basically no better. I mean, okay, it uses a little less power,
and you get the encoding, right? You get the fancy new NVIDIA video encoding stuff, right?
I mean, I guess. I mean, the fact is, it's not any more expensive, and they're actually in stock. So if I wanted to buy one, I guess I could. But it's not exciting, you know. Like I've been waiting so many years for one of these. Like I spent the entire 3000 generation wishing that I could buy one of those cards, and now I can. But it's not any better than the ones I've been waiting for all this time. So that's why I'm looking in the used market and thinking, like, if I get a 3070 for hopefully like under 400 Canadian, so like 300 US, then that's going to be a pretty good deal. They're out there. I can feel it.
I think you might have missed there was a window like last year sometime where they were really cheap.
On the used market, you think?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there was a lot of them because they were just trying to get rid of them. When all the crypto farms kind of dried up.
Well, maybe.
But
there's still a bunch of them online, and the prices don't seem too bad, so I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, if you're not going to use any of the fancy stuff, then...
I mean, how much fancier is the 4 generation than the 3 generation with that stuff?
There's a fancy new DLSS, and there's that video encoding thing that's supposed to be better or whatever. I don't know. There isn't anything really.
It's not even going to be in the PC that I use for streaming. It's going to be just playing games.
Yeah. No, I'm being sarcastic.
Okay.
And I kind of priced out if I was going to build a PC that, you know, like I priced out the difference between like a 4070 or a 4070 Ti, and the 4070 is almost as expensive but doesn't really push things into kind of new territory, whereas the 4070 Ti is fairly beastly, and at that point you can do an awful lot. So I don't know, if I ever decide to go that route, I'll probably go on the higher end or just wait for the freaking 5000s to come out.
Yeah. Well, then you can spend $2,000 on a graphics card.
If I ever do find one to buy, I think I'm going to pick up Resident Evil 3 and keep that streak going.
That's a really short one, so...
Well, it's like 8 hours, or...
I don't think it even took me that long to beat it the first time.
No. It's
quite a bit shorter than the other ones. Yeah. I mean, not that those are particularly long games, but it does have the immortal bitch can't even swim line, so...
Good line.
Dude, now I'm red.
See if any of this shit is better.
Looks like maybe my...
What are you playing?
I'm a rogue.
Can you use swords?
There's some swords I can use, like short swords, I think.
See if that's good for you.
But I'm mostly using bow. No, that's not.
Okay.
Drop it. I don't know. Mostly, I really haven't been selling anything. I've just been using, like, turning it into crafting materials.
Yep.
But I mean, I don't know. Everything is so disposable in this game, anyways.
I'm not ready yet.
Okay.
Oh, it's that shaman. Get him.
I got him.
So what kind of other skills can the druid do, Kurt?
So I've got a couple of lightning skills that I can do. Like a tornado thing. I haven't looked super close. I'm just sort of been looking at what I can get at the time I can get it rather than trying to worry about where I eventually am going to go. But I have this like slam thing I can do, which seems pretty cool. Well, it takes mana.
Does it also welcome you to the jam? Or...
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like all the basic skills kind of like build your mana pool or your skill pool, and then your other skills drain it. Seems like that's kind of how most of the... It's like the barbarian has rage, and so your basic attack builds your rage gauge, and then you can... I had started with whirlwind, so then I like did the more rage you had, the longer you could whirlwind. And then it seemed like there were modifiers to extend that so you can whirlwind for longer or whatever.
Right. Yeah, so at the basic, I've got, bear, wolf, lightning that I can do, wind,
Maybe do
and
like a
earth
rock,
spikes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I can do that, and then when I move up to core stuff, then I can do sort of more interesting tornado, lightning storm.
I hope it's just called More Interesting Tornado.
Yeah.
That would be a good name.
And then what? Once I get there, then cyclone armor.
Sure. That sounds cool. I don't know, it seems like people are...
Blood Howl, shapeshift into a werewolf and howl furiously, healing you for 20% of max life.
That sounds cool.
As opposed to debilitating roar for the bear, which reduces nearby enemies' damage dealt by 70% for 4 seconds. That's pretty good. Alright. Let's keep up.
I don't know, there's not really anything over here. I guess there is an event. But...
Where you are?
Yeah. There's like a little orange circle. But we could just go into town if you want to. Because once you go into the town, then you kind of unlock the actual game.
Nope.
Hold. To enter the city, you must. We have no time for this.
Not
What's
in
this
town.
about?
A piece of holy cedar wood from the shrine, and inscribe it with the sin which troubles you. Then,
Breathe.
Nothing troubles me.
so too will the light burn away your sin.
I don't... They try so hard with the stories in these games, and... I think this one is better than some of the previous ones, but I still just...
I was talking about how I needed to inscribe my sin on this thing and then cast it out. I'm like, I'm fine.
One of the options is just to scribble nothing on there and then throw it in.
That's cheating, man. They're gonna know. You got sins. Don't pretend you don't got sins.
Ooh, now I'm purple and yellow. Not me. I'm casting the first stone, baby.
It's quite the drawbridge.
So, what did you write on that piece of wood? Something about greed or gluttony?
Oh, fuck you.
I'm off to a dry stab.
I want a horse. I still don't have a horse. I'm like level 24 and I still don't have a horse. I don't know. Are you guys still playing Zelda?
Sway back,
Oh yeah.
Yes.
cloudy eyes.
There's a lot of Zelda to play.
Put things perfectly grown.
I just entered the fire temple.
Oh, that's a cool one. I enjoyed that place.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's not cool at all. I don't even know what to say. I mean, the game is huge and open, and you can kind of go every which way. We've done 2 of the main things.
Do those give you like power improvements like they did in the previous one?
Yeah, you get abilities for doing them.
Do you
Certainly
get one
the first
that lets you jump and glide?
The wind temple
kind
gives
of.
you essentially a glide boost.
Yeah. The first one that they kind of point you at is worth doing first.
Yeah, for sure. It really helps with traversal.
Yeah. 'Cause if I'd known what the powers were in Breath of the Wild, I definitely would have done the bird one first.
Yes, I
Oh,
replayed
yeah.
Breath of the Wild at some point, and I was just like straight to the birds.
Yep.
Bird
Alright.
bro.
Where's the dude that can do the conversion?
It's also just like it's like just a good area, so it's like, you know what? Yeah, go do that. Like it's a fun time, and you come away from it with like
And
assuming
getting-
the most useful power that you can
Getting to the temple is really fun too.
Yeah. That's what I meant by it's a good area.
Okay.
Not just the quote unquote dungeon, but the whole
Yeah.
thing.
Yep.
Knowing him.
I mean, I don't know. I said this last time, but you know, I totally feel you, Eric. When I first touched down on Hyrule, it's like, oh, it's just this game again. But in fact, since that point in time, it's just been like nothing but new stuff, basically. So it is that game again, but there's like so much new stuff that it doesn't feel like I'm retreading anything at all.
Yeah. I know. I'm gonna try and see if I can get it.
Get
We're
Breath of
working
the
on
Wild.
PC. Maybe get the emulator
Oh,
going
I
or
see.
something. I know. I just can't play it on Switch. It makes my hands go numb. It's like I just can't.
That is a problem.
Yeah, I literally
Probably shouldn't
can't
do
play
that.
it that way.
I'm not ready.
I'm actually bummed because the sticks on my Pro controller seem to be starting to go.
Oh.
Getting drift on there. Hooray.
Here's the guy I was looking for.
For what Nintendo charges for stuff, you think they could make it not shitty garbage, but apparently they can't.
I need more time.
Because their stuff seems to wear out faster than any other. I mean, everybody uses crummy sticks in their controllers, but Nintendo
Happens
seems to
rarely,
use the
but I
crummiest.
need my allies.
Heard equally bad things about Sony's.
Yeah, apparently the PlayStation 5 controller is supposed to be not too good.
I
On
have
the
a,
drift front, anyway.
I
I
have
gotta
a
admit,
problem
I
with
don't
mine.
really
spent a
love
lot
the
of time
PS5
with it, but
controller.
I like it.
You also get
What's
Those
that?
triggers are more trouble than they're worth, if
Yeah.
you want my opinion.
I'd just as soon turn it off and not have to deal with it most of the time.
Ancient order of scholars and mages.
I kind of put up with it because I paid for it, but
These days, we are few and far.
I thought it was cool at first when I was playing Returnal, and then it definitely was like, oh, can I just hit a different button instead of doing this thing where I pull it and it gets stuck and then I pull it harder or whatever.
Yeah, I don't really like the adaptive trigger thing.
Yeah.
oh,
It's
Eric, there is
fine.
a new Xbox color controller color scheme
Forget
Ooh,
you can get now.
what is it?
expecting.
Sun-Kissed Vibes OPI Special Edition. I know it's like the controller is peach colored with like powder blue sticks and
Why would you tell me this, Mike?
And just
What is it called? Xbox. Let's see.
Sun-Kissed Vibes OP Special Edition, OPI.
Is
It looks like a Fisher Price toy almost.
Is it Andy Griffith themed?
I wish I could tell
There's
you.
an E at the end of that.
I got the iridescent purple one that came out recently. Very happy with that.
Yeah, I had the pink one of those for Xbox One controllers, and I liked that quite a bit. It's very nice.
It makes me wish that I played video games in a light room sometimes because it's too nice.
I know I have that really awesome Forza Horizon one, and I never use it because I'm afraid that I'm gonna like grunge it all up.
You actually don't use it?
No, I don't.
Wash your hands first.
I have a nice lime green one that I like.
Yeah, the
too,
lime
so.
one is decent. I played with that one. Just wash your hands before you use it.
Oh yeah, but I don't know.
Do you snack while you play?
Oh yeah.
Okay, see, I don't usually snack while I'm gaming. Typically.
Yeah. This cool skinless horse. With its weird little bone tail.
Side quest, weapons.
We keep our stables clean, dry, and warm.
Why is it glowing though?
I don't know. Because it's a demon horse.
Oh, sure, he's just been wanting to stay away from the demon horse, you know.
Uh-huh. There's the world tier statue. Gotta go talk to the priest lady. Although there might be some quests around town for you. I might have already done
There's a
them.
quest right here that I'm talking to this lady about.
Well, I think one of them just literally teaches you how to do emotes. They're like, the guy says, you should go cheer on the recruits over there. And then you just go and use the cheer emote next to the recruits.
I can't do that here.
I'm gonna go kill some guys. Will you,
Yep, I can.
That's all right. Take your time. There's like, I already did that stuff, so there's kind of like nothing for me to do there.
Yep. Yep. This person just was like, go cheer them. Okay.
Oh no.
I'm not ready yet.
Could be less subtle.
More time. I'm not ready yet. I'm out of energy.
I get him? Yeah, I'm the best. Give me those sweet, sweet murmuring obols. I got some more books last night.
Books?
Yeah. You've heard of those.
Yeah. What'd you get?
I got, well, I bought another copy of the Wind Up Bird Chronicles because I lost mine about halfway through, so.
I like that.
Yeah.
Although I liked Kafka on the Shore better.
Yeah, I really like, I think of the, I don't know, I've only read like 4 or 5 of his books, but I think I like Hard Boiled Wonderland the most. I don't know if
I
you've
have
read
that, but I
one.
haven't read it yet.
That one's really good. But I liked Kafka
I think
on the
Anthony
Shore.
told me he liked that a lot too.
Kafka on the Shore was the first Murakami book I think I read, just because it was the first one that they had.
That was the first one I read too.
It was like, that was like, came out around the time when he was like getting notoriety.
Yeah.
More in the West, I think, and so that was just like the one the library had when I went to look for books by him.
Yeah. I'm hearing about this, so
yeah,
here's a book to read.
It was good. I don't really remember it because I was probably like 20 years ago, but
you shut your whore mouth.
Hey, sometimes I forget things, man.
I'm just it's more the.
That's 20 years ago.
It's 20 years ago.
Oh yeah, sorry. I got the new Kazuo Ishiguro novel, which is called Clara and the Sun.
It's not that new, is it?
There's a glowing bubble here.
It's like a couple years old.
Oh, this is
okay.
One of these
well, like, new
world events you were talking
I think
about.
it's his most. I believe it's his most recent one, isn't it? I don't know.
Possible.
I think so. I don't know. It was in the like new notable section, so I assumed this was new. I think it's from. Is it 2021 maybe?
Are you dead?
Pretty new. No, I'm like up north. If you go to your map, you can kind of see where I am.
Yeah, just your health bar is blank.
Oh, yours is too.
I think you're too far away.
I don't know. I've only read. I think Remains of the Day is the only other, or not Remains of the Day. Jesus, what's the name? What's the one about the butler?
That is Remains of the Day.
Is that Remains of the Day? Okay. That was
it's a March 2021 book. That one.
That's pretty new.
I guess
it's like 2 years old. What else? I got the 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle.
I got that for Christmas.
Which has been on my list to check out for a while.
It's
like a murder mystery that almost sounds more like a game than a book. Where it's like like you like read about this murder from like 7 different perspectives, but also like one person is like re-inhabiting these bodies and trying to prevent the murder from different perspectives.
It is. That does sound like a video game.
It sounded like oh crap. There was a puzzle game that came out a few years ago. What the hell is it called? It was like where you could like rewind time, and you had to like prevent murder, but it like
Ghost Trick.
No, not Ghost Trick. You and I streamed it once, Mike.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. I can't remember. It had kind of a weird name. It had kind of a weird art style too. What the hell is that called? I don't know, my Steam list is way too long to find it. But anyways, it kind of reminded me, the premise was similar to that. And I got a book called Sundial, which is, I don't know, was like that and
level.
The Murakami book were in the like buy one get one half off book, so that was my half off book.
There's a dungeon up there.
You to go kill some guys?
Yep.
Let's get them. Anyway, I don't know. I'm up to like, I'm at like 11 books read this year.
Not bad.
Well, considering my previous year totals have mostly been just listening to things, it's all right.
That's fine. That counts. You read those books.
Yeah, it counts, but
it does count.
It's not the same.
I haven't read a lot of books this year because I just spent so long reading Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell.
Did you like that?
I love
Sort
that
of.
book.
By the time it was done, I liked it.
I don't want to.
It's very slow.
Else. Hey, Kurt, let's go someplace else on vacation.
Yeah, this looks not pleasant.
Just, I haven't seen one of
what
these
the fuck
yet.
is wrong?
But yeah, this is pretty fucked up.
This is not good.
Hey, there you go. Is this interesting enough for you, Mike?
What was it? Mountains of Corpses, or
It's like, I don't know, guts and weird.
and like tentacles or
Yeah.
things.
We're in the
Oh.
path of blood.
Yeah.
That's more interesting than grass.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of grass.
I need to kill this guy, obviously.
Anyway, so I don't know. You said before that you were kind of like trying to figure out if you actually liked it or not, kind of.
Yeah, well, I don't like the style very much. The way it's written, kind of somewhat old-timey sort of writing style, kind of Jane Austen-y. It's not my bag. I also don't like that it takes like 600 pages to really get going, but it really goes at the end. Like I felt like things were coming along by the finish, and some of the characters were good, and I thought the story wrapped up really well, and so it's just like took a long time to get there. So I'd hesitate to recommend it to someone, but by the time I finished, I thought I'd stuck it out. I don't know.
It is, yeah, those complaints are all valid, obviously, but I dug it a lot.
I mean, I think if you're the kind of person who enjoys that writing style, you can enjoy it from start to finish. That's just like not really me. You know?
I mean, that's fair. I definitely always like read a couple of pages of any book that I think I might buy.
Right. Well, I got it really
just to make
cheap,
sure
like,
that I'm
well,
gonna enjoy the construction of the prose before, because like almost nothing else matters. Just if you don't like that much.
I suppose. But I had read Piranesi, which is one of
prose.
my favorite books for like the last 5 years.
You and Anthony.
By the same author. And I guess it had the same issues, it's just that it's a 200-page book, so
Yeah, it's
you get through the slow part so much faster.
I had that in my hand last night. I almost came home with that.
I'm pretty sure I've sung the praises of that one a few
Yeah.
times, and I learned about it from either Kurt or Anthony.
It would have been Anthony because I haven't read it yet.
Okay, read it.
Yep. Once I finish the Master of Jin that I'm reading now.
I finished. The most recent book I finished was Eileen by Otessa Mosfeg, which is a book that's getting turned into a movie, and that is similar in that there's not a lot
Probably not be
happens
running off separately.
for the first like 2/3 of the book, and then shit like pops off at the end. But that book is also only like 300 pages long, so it's
Yeah,
fine.
it's a little easier to.
It's fine.
To
I
live
really
with.
I enjoyed that book quite a bit. It's about like I think they're turning
That
it
is
into
a
a movie.
pretty rad crowd control spell.
But it's about like a lady that works in she like lives with her alcoholic ex-cop father in like rural Massachusetts in the 60s, and works in a prison, and I don't know, it's good. I would like to check out some more for books. How are these boots? Adroit treads. They're not as good as my treads of reckoning, so. But yeah, I want to finish Wind Up Bird Chronicle now that I have the ability to do so.
We just, Mary and I just read through Moving Pictures.
Oh, nice. I like that one. That is one of the few like standalone Discworld books. It's one of my favorites of those. I like that.
It's
one
good.
quite a bit.
I read it a billion years ago and didn't really remember much of it, but we liked it.
Yeah.
Gaspode the Wonder Dog is fucking great. Fucking great.
Yeah, I like that one quite a bit. I just finished the new audiobook version of Small Gods.
Okay, I have it,
finished-
but we haven't listened to it yet.
So it's read
Because we
by
listened
Andy.
to Small Guns.
Original.
Who wrote Small Gods?
Terry Pratchett. These are
Marion and
great books.
I use Terry Pratchett books when we're driving, so we listen to those and just work our way through. So we listened to Small Gods like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So we're not quite ready to revisit it just yet. But
So this one is read by Andy Serkis, and it's fucking good. He does a fucking great job. He reinterprets
Nice.
some characters in some ways that I would not have expected, but I'm all for it. I've really been enjoying that quite a bit. Also, I mean, after his turn in Andor, I've definitely have a
You got a new
deeper
respect for the guy.
appreciation for him. Yeah, I mean, like I don't really like the. I appreciate his voice work and his like CGI. Crap, I can't think of what you would call it, but like him being the.
capture performance, I think, is what the term he uses.
Yeah, like
I mean,
obviously
performance capture.
his Golem is like an all-time, whatever. I don't like those movies, so it's a little lost on me, but. But yeah, he does a great job of. I found a shrine that just turned me into a ball of lightning.
Wow. Okay.
That was wild. But yeah, Small Gods is one of my favorite books of all time. So.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it's that and Night Watch. I think are my two favorite
Night Watch for sure is
Terry Pratchett books.
Fantastic.
Yeah. But my brother said that it looks like they've been doing
they're
updated audiobook versions of all the Discworld novels, and they're finally getting to the first of the Sam Vimes Watch books, and those are my favorite. Like that's my favorite sub series within the Discworld series.
Me too.
So
yeah. I mean I like the Witches as well a lot.
Well,
But
Witches
if
are
you,
alright,
if
yeah.
you, if you held a gun to my head, I'd go with the Watch.
I think I like the Death ones the second most. There's only like 2 or 3 of those, but
Yeah, the Death ones are good from what I remember. It's been a long time since I read them.
I don't know. I love Terry Pratchett.
Yep. We just finished going through the Moist von Lipwig ones.
Oh yeah, is that
Those
the
are-
Going Postal and
Yeah, Going Postal, Raising Steam, I think,
yeah.
and those. I should. What are those? Those are good color. Turn
Plus
up.
38. Give me those pants. Look like a Mortal Kombat character.
Oh, plus 32. Okay.
I'm not ready yet.
But yeah, we'll finish this dungeon. Call it a night.
Yep.
But yeah, I've been pretty happy that I've burned through so many books this year. Also, there's the second half of the new lead Bardugo book they had there, but it's still hardcover only. And
Right. Yeah, the Ninth House.
yeah, it's I can't think of. There's the second half of that is out, but they didn't have the paperback version yet. Same thing with the new Jason Pargin book.
I'm not familiar with him outside of his work in
He went by the name
Eternal
David
Darkness.
Long for a long time. He wrote John Dies at the End,
Oh,
Yeah, John dies at the end, and the
Zoe Ash books.
Zoe punches the world in the dick.
Zoe punches evil in the dick.
Evil in the dick. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Or
the name. The new John dies
fancy
at the end.
suits and
Fancy suits and
something futuristic violence.
yep,
That was
that's what
quite
it
good.
is.
I like both of those quite a bit.
Yeah, the third one is good too.
but I'm still kind of waiting for the. I don't know. I guess I could just do the audiobook versions of those instead of waiting for paperbacks. All right, trade paperbacks, I guess, if I want to be.
Yeah.
What I really wanted was I want the third in the Mick Herron Slow Horses books. But they had all of them except for that one. So
Got the first one on my Kindle, but I haven't read it yet.
yeah, I mean those are fun. I really like the first two. Those are two of the ones. That's part of the reasons why I finished so many books this year is because those are two that I finished within like a week or whatever. It's like breezy and funny, and this is a huge dungeon. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I am looking forward to getting to the last book in Adrian Tchaikovsky's currently finishing trilogy, because the guy puts out a book every 6 freaking months. But he's got one that's wrapping up right now that I'm looking forward to reading. But actually, I bought it for my cousin for his birthday a little while back, and he's supposed to finish it and then leave it at the family cottage, so I should be able to pick it up and start reading it in a few weeks. So
It's your summer vacation book.
Yeah, well, I'm looking forward to it. It's a big honker too. I don't think it needs to be as big as it is, but it's a real slab. I think they just printed it large. I don't know, first run book. It's kind of expensive.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, to tide myself over, I started reading A Fire Upon the Deep, which I had been recommended.
I don't know what that is.
Sci-fi story.
Okay. Who's it by?
Oh, geez, what's the name of that guy? Werner Vinge.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of him. I've never read anything by him, but I've heard good things.
It's from 1992, and apparently it's pretty influential.
Yeah.
So we'll see. There's definitely one big idea in that book that I had read about in a previous Adrian Tchaikovsky book, and now I'm like, oh, so that's where that's from. You got that from here.
They had a really nice hardbound edition of all of the Ursula Le Guin. What is it, like the Earthsea?
The Earthsea, yeah.
I've never read those. I don't know. Have either of you guys ever read those?
I read The Wizard of Earthsea like 10 billion years ago.
Yeah.
I don't remember anything about it.
I never really read much by her, and then I finally read The Lathe of Heaven.
Lathe of Heaven is good, and Left Hand of
Yes,
Darkness is
I
terrific.
read The Lathe of Heaven because of your suggestion.
Yeah. Did you like it? I liked that a lot. I thought that was really good.
I think I remember finding it a little weirder than I was expecting.
Yeah.
Which normally is a good thing, but
I mean,
Where,
for a book that was written like...
Did we teleport or something?
No, we just kind of like...
Suddenly there was spiders that hadn't been there
It was
before.
that lethal shrine that we hit. I don't really know what that did, but yeah, I mean, for a book to be that old to still have be that surprising, I thought was pretty. Was a credit
Enemy
to it.
horde incoming.
Oh, great.
Please help me.
Where are you?
I'm back where we were because stuff.
Gotta kill this fiery wrath. Or wraith, sorry. It's Charlie Sheen on fire. Get him.
Okay. Oh, there's chest.
Junk.
Okay.
Better. That one. That one. Those. That. Ooh, yellow pants. Well injured, your potion also grants 20% movement speed for 2 seconds.
Oh,
That seems good.
it does seem good.
What else have we got here? Shadow step. Quickly move through the shadows to stab your victim from behind. Damage reduction against damage over time. Leap backwards and throw caltrops on the ground, dealing 42 damage and slowing enemies.
This
Forward
doesn't
and
seem terrible.
slash.
You
You're
got magic
knocking
pants,
back.
so I don't really see where this can go from here.
Your
I think,
evade cooldown is reduced by 0.5 seconds when you daze an enemy. Which I don't think I have anything that does that.
okay, sentences like that are why I don't play these games.
Gain a bonus when attacking based on weapon type. Daggers, 5% increased damage to healthy enemies. Swords, 3% increased damage. 4% increased damage to vulnerable enemies for bows. Good lord. I'll just try the caltrops. That seems like fun.
Caltrop seems good.
I'm gonna leave you guys to your hacking and slashing.
Yeah, I thought we'd be done by now, but I think we're almost at the end. But,
Yeah.
anyway.
See ya.
Good night, Mike.
Night, Mike.
Night.
Oh, Alex is still here.
I'm here. I've just been playing Street Fighter, getting my ass kicked. I'm playing like total shit.
What?
Yeah, it's fine. I'm very tired. I shouldn't have tried this.
Who's your guy?
Zangief. I've been playing Zangief, and there's a new grappler in this game.
Stop being in the poison.
Well, it's the lady,
been
right?
playing
But
both
like
of it.
she gets
Yeah.
stronger as she takes
Yep.
damage or something. Is that how it
As
works?
she lands command grabs.
Okay.
I'm not ready yet.
But I was playing both of them. I was playing like shit and just getting my ass kicked. And I was like, this is not. So now I'm doing this stupid Yakuza mode because I was also the servers like just got all fucked up. So that kind of sealed it. I was like, maybe I should just take a break. And then the servers like got all fucked up. I'm like, all right, well.
I gotta say that caltrops move is pretty dope.
Nice.
All that slow is very nice. I wish I had something like that with my wizard. Because there's a lot of times where I have a hard time like peeling away from enemies.
Yeah.
But that's not a problem with the rogue. Yeah, that character sounds really interesting to me. It appeals to me on a
What, the Manon, the grappler?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds like fun to me. Like
It-
you
yeah,
know
she's
what I'm
good.
gonna
She's-
do, and you have to try and stop me. And if you can't stop me, then I'm gonna get strong and like destroy you.
There's a few characters that kind of have like level up kind of mechanics like that, but she's like the most like that. Yeah. She's fun. I like her a lot.
I know. How do you like that single player mode?
Me?
Yeah.
I said earlier, it sucks.
Okay. Sorry.
Wait, thanks for listening.
Yeah, listen, I'm shooting guys with arrows.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not
fair.
going along.
Need more time.
I mean, I'm playing as a super buff-ass version of myself, so that's kind of funny. But, you know.
Just nothing else to recommend it though.
Yeah, no, not really. It's like I understand the idea behind it, but could be better.
I mean, that's kind of true of the Yakuza games as well.
Take this, my friend. It's not much,
Because like
but I hope it helps.
those games have really fascinating writing, but
Can't carry anymore.
um,
Something for your troubles.
but the combat is kind of like shit.
You deserve this. Never seen anyone fight like you.
Yeah, I've never really played any of those. I got one as a gift. I never checked it out though.
They're fun, but they're long. You know.
Yeah.
All this stuff is
Can't carry
garbage.
anymore.
What? My inventory.
Oh
is-
no, I just got drop kicked.
Oh no. Alright, let's fill this inventory. I'm gonna teleport back to town. Free town portals.
How do you? Oh, there it is.
It's down on the.
Yeah, I see it.
That's good. I think they let you do that for free in Diablo 3 as well.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Eventually they did, and if not at the beginning.
Let's have a look at you. Look.
All right, let's.
All junk. Get rid of all this junk. Which was everything I had in my inventory.
So where were you? You were saying you could convert stuff
What's that?
and make aspects and shit out of it, but I don't. Where?
Over here by the blacksmith.
I talked to the blacksmith, but it didn't look like it.
It'll have like
Give
it
me
says
that option.
salvage. You can salvage
Oh, okay.
by loot tier or just everything you have in your inventory marked
Okay.
as junk. I think you push X on a thing to mark it as junk.
Yeah.
He can also upgrade yellow things. Like you can level it up to 3 times to like boost the armor and boost some of the bonuses on it. It's usually pretty cheap, so if you find something that's like
Anything breaks.
it's like not the worst way to spend money. I don't know, I haven't really found a lot to spend money on that's useful aside from just respecking.
Right.
And I think it costs money to, because this game does the same thing where you find like shitty tier gems, and then if you find 3 of them, you can make it a slightly less shitty tier of gem.
Right.
Yeah. And then if you get 3 of those, then you can make a even less shitty tier of gem. I think that costs money, but I've just kind of gotten into that part of the game recently.
Yep.
What will it be?
All right.
Another action point. Enemies take 3% increased damage from you each second they are in caltrops. %5 critical strike chance against enemies inside your caltrops. Double this amount against vulnerable enemies.
Not in town.
Alright, well, I'm gonna kick it off the stream.
Yep.
I don't know. We'll be back next week probably with some other stuff.
Yep.
Maybe Joe will be done moving by then, or at least he will.
Yeah, probably.
He will have stopped the moving process and begun the moving in process. But for now, we're getting out of here.
Bye.
Enjoy fighting the demons.
Yeah, fuck the demons.
No, don't do that. Fight them.
No, have you seen Lilith, dude?
No, she's hot.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
This is how they get you.
Yeah, that's how they get you.